Good morning, I'm Bonita with Bonita's Black Yarns Resin Fusion Art. This is my first video with YouTube, my first video ever, so you're going to know right away that I'm not tech savvy smart and I'm probably out of line here, but it will make it work when I'm done with this. I've been doing the resin artwork for over a year. And I've got my mask on, so if I'm not coming in loud and clear, sorry. But I'm about to mix this pigment powder that I've poured onto my tile. But I have some very favorite artists that I've learned from, and first is Monica Barnes of Monica Barnes Art. And currently I am watching Sue Findlay. This woman is so creative and smart, and I am just enamored with unbelievable work, so I watch whatever she's putting out. But in January I had to know about pigment pastes, epoxy pigment pastes, and back in November I did my own test with what I thought its chemical makeup was. And dang if it didn't turn out fantastic. I've had this piece here since November when I first tried it, and it was using my favorite Jacquard pigment powders. And I have another favorite, is Color Cottage. I like Color Cottage a lot. But I wanted to do the test to see exactly what I thought this was as far as epoxy pigment paste go. And my test turned out pretty good, only I didn't add enough mica powders to make it, more a thicker color, a heavier weight. But the rest was fantastic. And so, that being said, in January I said, well, I'm going to take a plunge and I'm going to order a jar of this paste, and I did. And when I got it, and used it, mixing it with my resin mixture, the only resin that I use, it turned black and very brassy, and my artwork didn't have a gold hue at all, just very black and brassy. And I'm not much of a speaker either, so hang on, give me a chance. So I have a clump of nothing that I'm going to do with, okay? I will not paint another piece with this. And you wouldn't either. Ridiculous. And I'll tell you why. This color was sent as a gift along with that gold, I guess, to make up how the gold turned out. All the gold is on the bottom. This one survived better than the gold. Very pretty color. Very pretty color. But I'm told too that these jars of pigment paste, epoxy pigment paste, only have a shelf life of maybe 1.5 to 2 months. And the gold has proven that. But when I mix that gold into my resin mixture, like I said, I got a black brassy color, and I was really, really upset with how it turned out on my piece. So this was a gift to go along with that. This was a gift too. This is a white color, and you can actually smell the paint. It's like it's Rust-Oleum paint mixed with what is secret in their company. I'm not about to be blowing anybody out, but you know what? I'm really upset with... I don't like to be deceived in any fashion, way, or form, so... just going to tell you like it is. And if you want to hear any different, you'll have to go to another channel, because I ain't about that. I mixed this back in November with that secret compound chemical. Hasn't dried up. I added more color. This is it right here. It's a pumpkin orange. I think it's pumpkin orange color. And I added some more mica to it a while ago. And we're going to mix up some powder in this secret binder and make our own today, okay? I'm going to show you just how easy it is. Out of sight, out of mind, we're on our own now. So, let me get rid of this, pull you in a little closer there. Then I'm going to add the secret ingredient. Okay. Secret ingredient. Let me put my mask back on. When you come to my channel, I hope to have something new for you each time, and then we'll paint and get on with life and making beautiful works of art. And at the end of this video, I'll tell you exactly what this is. I will boast on products that I use, but not for monetary reasons. Or I'm making a sloppy mess. But that's alright, because it wipes up really, really nice. You won't see a bunch of stuff under in the box where I get it. I'll tell you what I use, and up to you. Oh, I'm making some pretty paste. And this just happens to be dandelion yellow from the Color Cottage, and I do like their powders. So my thought is this anyhow, okay? The bottom line, you can make epoxy pigment colors, pigment meaning color, just color. You can make your own paste, but my question is this, why? Why do you need to? I've done the test where I just mix, like say, my favorite gold, mica, into my resin mixture, and I get just as good effects as making this paste. I haven't figured out what is so special about pastes. It's a waste of the binder. And the mica powder you're going to use already anyway. Let me get this little wipe off here. Try to scoop this up a little better. I probably really need better palette knives because I've worn these out. Not from making paint, but now this little pumpkin orange thing, I'm going to add some brown to it later on and make a autumn looking orange with the Color Cottage's coffee bean brown. This is quite satisfying too to mix it up, but cost of resin and the hardener are way too expensive to be pulling resin aside to make a paste. And you're witness to this of how long my shelf life is. I'm not selling anything, but I've had this since November. And this other stuff I got, like the gold and the white, the gold I paid for almost 20 bucks, and I wouldn't pour resin in it, heat it up. See, when I see these other artists taking their heat gun or their torch to try to open a lid to one of these pastes, it's because they've added hardener to it or some other kind of, I don't know. Oh, this is lovely. This color yellow is just beautiful. And then we've had like 4 days of 85-degree weather here, and my allergies are just crunk up. Not cranked up, but crunked up. So excuse my sniffling, and you might hear me cough, but my paste is done. Easy peasy. And I'm going to pour it into this little salsa cup. And that's what's been in there, in that cup, since November 2018. This dandelion yellow comes out a little bit darker than it is in the bottle. It almost looks like a pretty gold. Yeah, I need good palette knives. This is a waste here. But this one's lost its edge for sure. I think because it's covered in resin. Forgot to clean it off. Easy, easy, easy. Now you know that in order for the hardener to work, it has to have a binder, correct? Yep. It's not going to get hard and set up unless it has its binder. And I'll seal that up, and it's done. There's nothing magic to this. There's no patent that anybody can put on this. But what holds the hardener to get it to harden is, you're just going to freak out. So let me show you what this is. Keep in mind, this has no hardener in it. It doesn't have any chalk in it. It has nothing but the main ingredient. To the set. All you do is use your resin of the mixture, not the hardener. And I think that what happened with the gold that I ordered is that the resin they used was not compatible. Well, I don't know if it's even compatible with itself, but it definitely was not compatible with the resin and hardener mixture that I used from Art Resin. I've tried other resins, and people want to say that Art Resin's too thin, blah, 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 but I'm going to tell you what. When I measure out my hardener and resin, I know that it's thin, but it also gives me more play time with the resin, and it also covers using less of the mixture. And I love it. I love it. I know what to expect out of it. It's not thin. It's the same consistency every time I buy it. Now, I buy it from Hobby Lobby for $49. You can't get your 40 off on this, but I just really can't afford $119 ordering it off the website for a gallon. So, you know, this equals 32 ounces. So I get a piece and a half done, depending on the size that I'm using. Or that I'm working on. Very happy with Art Resin, but you know, I don't have the money to test other resins, okay? But that's my gem right there. That's my go-to resin. And I don't know what else I can say about making your own paste, but I don't have a table full of paste. I pull out the pigment powders I want to use, mix it with my resin, you know, add to, mix my colors, and, you know, but to me this is just a waste. when I can get the same thing out of just mixing it with my mixture. So I hope that, that this has been educational. I'm fixing to start coughing because the allergies are working and going overtime, and I'm about to lose my voice. So you guys have a great day, and if you like my videos and my style of teaching, we haven't gotten to the painting yet, but you know what? I'm so inspired by so many artists, you might just get a mixture of everybody on something I paint. But I've enjoyed showing you this, and if you like paste, this is how you do it. I just want to say goodbye and thank you for your time, and I hope we'll meet again, okay? Just hit like and share, subscribe, and I'd appreciate it. Thanks, y'all. Bye-bye.